some Philly cheese wrap things. Like, I have been starving all day, and I'm in this mood where I've been writing and rereading for some time, where I have forgotten to eat, and I didn't even realize I was hungry until like maybe 30 minutes ago. So I just whipped this up, my little gourmet burrito thing or whatever. And so I'm going to get back to writing. But I am sick and tired of forgetting to eat. I can go a whole day if I'm focused on something. And I know some of y'all can relate, but my God. So I was just hankering for some food. So I'll eat this and then I'm going to get back to what I've been doing. I hope y'all New Year's going good. You've been getting some words logged or some books read or whatever your goals are. All right, y'all. So it's been a long day, and I've decided to kind of give myself a break. So the update is I spent a lot of time last year working on my holiday novel, and I've made the conscious decision to put that on the back burner and switch gears and focus on my duet series. The plan is to get that out this year. Great. But I'm currently rereading again the second installment, and, making my notes and stuff and working on some things in the back end. But what I want to do to still kind of shake stuff up a bit is there is a few books that I have been working on over the last couple years. And when I say working on, I mean it pretty loosely, like adding in like a long extensive document of like brain dump of a lot of different things that I'm considering that I want to add in. And so I think that's what I want to do, is actually sit down and do a little bit more intentional kind of brainstorming, give myself a break from my current project, and revisit that either later on tonight or sometime in the next couple of days or so. But I think that's what I want to do, because with this new year and my goal being setting smaller deadlines, more attainable deadlines that'll get me to the larger goal of publishing, and also moving with intention, there's so many other things that I want to do that I was thinking about that don't even have anything to do with writing. But you can get to this point where you're planning and you're planning and you're planning and you never execute your plan. And so instead of me adding to these documents still, it's like, carve some time out for it. So I don't know if I'm going to try to make this be like a weekly thing where there is one night every week that I intentionally sit down and work on this other project, but we'll see. So I'm going to do that and, kind of use this as my time to flesh out some of that story, some of those ideas, and check out some of the references and the research that I have for it. And then maybe, pivot and switch back to the project that I plan on publishing. But all in all, I'm just going to try to fill the night with a lot of writing and editing and planning and stuff. So that's the goal now. So some time has passed, and I am giving myself, or I have given myself, time to work on one of my other projects. Now, the interesting thing about this is this particular project that I'm working on now is something that is relatively new, but kind of sort of not. So it's something that has been germinating for quite some time, but the specifics are what's new. So this is a bunch of ideas that I've had throughout the course of the years recent years, and just 2023, like October, November-ish, I had this like mashup in mind. For those of you who don't know, I also have a Blurred Nerd brand podcast, video, whatever, a bunch of stuff that I've had for quite some time, nearly a decade at this point. discussing representation in comics and related media, all that good stuff. But the part of that is integral to this conversation is the nerd part, where we thrive off extended universes. And I've always had that been a part of my conversation when it came to things, representation and other things. And excuse me, I had this mashup of a few different properties: 𝘍𝙬𝙖𝙮, Interview with the Vampire, and Lovecraft Country. And out of that birthed this idea that has now grown legs. And instead of me trying to kind of beat myself up with like, oh, you need to finish this first and do this and the third, I'm giving myself space to explore this for a bit, because I know the first book in my duet series is completely done. The second one needs another maybe round or two of edits, but I'm nearly finished, and I haven't put it on the back burner. I'm just dealing with this now, but I will be dealing with the duet series here shortly. But I'm giving myself space and time to just focus and hone in on everything pertaining to this new series, which really isn't that new, and I'm in love with it. This series or book, because at this point, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's going to be one book, a 2-3 book series, if it's going to be a collection of essays, a novel, a bunch of novelettes. Like, it could be anything. So in the midst of creating this, there's a few things happening. I think that I've either stumbled upon something that is so good and I'm just devoting so much time to it, or I'm just getting better at what I already do. So walk with me here. If we go back to the holiday series, those of you who've been watching me for a while, you know the story. Those of you who are new here, hey, what's up? But within planning this holiday novel series is on the back burner for now, the outline and the care that I put into crafting that story was so intentional, and it was so much more than what I've put in for other stories in the past. Not to say my stories have been bad, not to say that this is just the worst thing ever, but that this was the first time, the holiday novel was the first time that I had sat down and truly mapped out every single thing. Still giving myself space to be a pantser and kind of fill out whatever, but really sat with an idea from start to finish and crafted it wholly. I mean, plot twist and all. And that's how I feel about this combination mashup project. And so where I have I have so many work in progress, manuscripts, outlines, and whatnot that I have in a general space of my own choosing, and they have detailed information that is similar to what I have for this new idea, this new book, but it's not to this degree. And the seamless way in which I am like categorizing these things and getting in the imagery and getting the playlists together and getting the images together and getting these potential storylines and organizing this brain up and doing all of this in a way that when I do go to outline and write and create a story Bible, it's going to be so much easier than it's ever been in the past. And so I'd like to think that I am just getting better at the things that I already do. Like you log your 10,000 hours and then you're a professional. And I feel like that's what's happening here. And I love it. I love this idea. I love this book. And I even love the research that it's going to take for me to get it to where I think it needs to be. And I don't know when this will come out. And again, I'm giving myself space to explore this now, get back to my regularly scheduled planned programming, which is the duet series, but then still work on this in the background. And I think the documentation of like discussing this on camera is so that I can hold myself accountable. Even though I'm in love with this series, I want to be able to say, y'all remember that in January 2024, I mentioned that. Well, this is what it is. So that's where we are. So I am going to spend a little bit more time with that. And actually, you guys, for those of you who are watching, let me know, like, what are some things that you would like to know about a book, and not even necessarily like details like who's this character and the plot twist, but like when it comes to reading, is there something that you wish you would see more of, or would be explored a little bit more, or even in crafting the book? Is that something that you'd be interested in seeing? 'Cause I don't know, I got some ideas in the works, and I'm working on them ideas. But I'm probably going to spend the rest of this vlog, if there's more after this clip, working on that particular idea and being as detailed as possible. I think being detailed as possible in the beginning stages is only going to set yourself up for success. I'm one who thinks that, well, I know a lot of us probably think, oh, I'll remember this, whatever, but I have notes about any and everything everywhere, be it in the notes template, be it in a 70-page notebook, be it on a document on my computer. I notate every little thing, because something may not work here, but it might work somewhere else. But all that being said, I'm going to spend a little bit more time with this project, and I don't know, kind of go from there. Let me know, what are you guys doing? What are you working on currently? How are you feeling? You know, we into the new year about a month, and you know, what's going on? How are we feeling? Is 2024 feel any different than 2023? Are you doing different things? Are you got more projects going on? Are you just chilling? Are you just enjoying the ride? Let me know. Let me get to this, and if this is the end, goodbye, and if it's not, hold on.
Paid at the most, see it up close, don't freeze, I'm at the G. Trying to get paid, you know it's all still part of the game. They running 5 drills, I'm off for the chain.